Merry Christmas. I hope I get this video out by tomorrow, which is Christmas Eve. I'm off work. My internet at home is so I usually have to take it to work to upload my videos. So I'm going to give it a heave-ho and see if I can get it uploaded. May take all night long, but we'll see. But anyway, Merry Christmas. I'm so excited. This is the day before Christmas Eve, like I said. Got some friends coming over tonight. Tomorrow is the big day with my kids and family. And I want to go ahead and make up my part 3 of my mama's recipes. Okay, this is something that is near and dear to my heart. I remember this cake from my childhood, and it is so good. I tried to explain it to several people in my husband's family, you know, what it tasted like, and my husband's sweet great aunt Luelle, she made one for me a couple of Christmases ago, and it was close. It was really close to it, but as I was going through Mother's recipe box, I didn't think this was in here, but it was. So I'm so excited. Okay, so this is what her recipe is. A handwritten card, and it's called 7-Up cake. Some of you may be very familiar with the recipe. My mother's the only one that I know that ever made it. I am going to make a little bit of some adjustments. One, because you can't find 7-Up. Do they not make 7-Up anymore? My stores don't carry 7-Up, so we're going to have to use like Sprite. And then I couldn't find instant pineapple pudding. Do they not make pineapple pudding anymore? I've never seen it. I've never looked for it, honestly, but I've never seen it. But next to it, she says, see back, and it says, can substitute lemon pudding mix for the pineapple. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to bring you down here. We're going to get started on the cake, get it in the oven. The cake is good. The filling, the icing is even better. Alright, so let's get started. Maybe a little bit so you can see my mixer. Okay, so first thing that it calls for is a box of pineapple supreme cake mix, and they still make pineapple supreme cake mix. So I'm going to add a box of that. Okay, and then 1 box of instant pineapple pudding, but like I said, we're using lemon. And as we get further into this, you can tell how old this is by some of the ingredients and the measurements that I had to Google to find out what. Okay, and then we need 4 eggs. And then it calls for 3/4 cup of Wesson oil. And I'm using my avocado oil. I don't have any other oil in the house. And do they still make Wesson oil? And then a 10-ounce bottle of 7-Up. 1, I can't find 7-Up. 2, do they make 10-ounce bottles of anything anymore? So as a last-ditch effort, I sent my husband to the store yesterday to see if he could find 7-Up. And so he came back with the old generic lemon lime, which is like Sprite. So that's what I'm using. And I measured out 10 ounces. And then we are going to get this mixed up. If it's real loud, I'll mute it out because, well, not too bad. cold is it at your house? It is 9 o'clock in the morning and it is 16 degrees outside. I live in Alabama. This is very odd for us. It's supposed to be cold all through Christmas. As I know a lot of y'all are experiencing this deep freeze that we got.
I didn't understand that.
That's because I didn't say nothing, phone. Okay. I'm just dripping batter on the floor. That's okay because I got a mop. Okay, now it says to use 3 9-inch cake pans, and I don't have 9-inch cake pans. I have 8-inch cake pans, or 3 of them. I have some 9-inch, but I don't have 3. The only 3 I have is 8-inch. So we're gonna make it work. I have rubbed with shortening, coated with flour, and then I put a piece of parchment in the bottom. Hold on, let me get this all lined up for us, okay? And really, it's not a whole lot of batter, so try to get it even. I told my son, I was talking to him last night, that we were going to have a nostalgic Christmas, that I've got several of my mother's, his grandmother's recipes that I'm doing. And I'm also going to do a pie that was my grandmother's, his great-grandmother's recipe. He doesn't remember her. He was, I have a picture of her with him, my grandmother, and he was probably about 9 months old, and she died about a year later, so he don't remember her. But okay, we're gonna stick these into a 325 degree oven for 30 minutes. And I got an early Christmas present from my husband. I'm so excited. I'm going to show it to you. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'm going to turn you around and show you what I got. Ta-da! I got a freeze dryer. And I'm just so pumped about this. We have been saving for one, and then during the holidays they ran them $500 off. So we went ahead and took the plunge and got it, and I'm excited. I'm having a little bit of issues with it. Right now I've got garlic cloves. My plan was to freeze dry garlic cloves, grind them up in a garlic powder, and get those away as some gifts. And we've had some issues where I keep an error message keeps throwing up here to make sure that the drain valve is closed. And it is. I mean, it is super duper closed, as tight as it can be. So I don't know how it's going to do. I just hit continue when the and I don't know if you can see. You see those like ice bubbles forming on top of those? I've watched videos of people dehydrating garlic, and I don't remember seeing those ice bubbles. So please, if any of you have got a freeze dryer and have seen this before, let me know if that's okay or not. But yeah, so I'm excited. We'll be doing some projects with the freeze dryer. If you're interested in it, drop me a comment below if you'd like to see me as a newbie starting out with a freeze dryer. I'm going to have to call Harvest Right. Probably do that Monday. Well, probably they'll be closed Monday because of Christmas. One day next week, I'm going to have to call them and find out why it keeps throwing that error message. Okay, we're going to make the filling icing. This is where I had to get Google out a lot. Alright, it says You need a number 2 can of crushed pineapple with the juice. And I don't know what a number 2 can. I had to Google that. And that is a can that is 1 pound, 6 ounces. So that's 20 ounces. So got a 20 ounce can of crushed pineapple. Calls for 1 stick of oleo. I didn't know what oleo was. I should know what oleo is. I'm old, but and that is a stick of margarine, or you can use shortening. And so I chose to use a stick of butter. And it calls for a can of coconut, a small can of coconut. I don't know what a can of coconut, not milk, it's the shredded kind. So I looked it up. Like a regular sized tall can back in the day was 17 ounces. With her saying it's a small can, I just did half of that, and I've got 8 ounces of shredded coconut. And then, let me get the rest of the ingredients. Okay. And, yes. Okay, so what I got in here is a stick of butter and a 20 ounce can of crushed pineapple undrained with the juice. You need 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. You need 2 eggs beaten and 2 tablespoons of flour. Let's get all this mixed together. It says cook until thick. Now then, I could have sworn that there was pecans in this filling. It's not on her recipe, but I've got probably maybe 3/4 of a cup of chopped pecans, and I'm going to add it. I just could have sworn that it was pecans and pineapple that was in the filling. It's not on a recipe, but I don't think that could hurt. And I'm also, which is not on her recipe, I am going to add some vanilla extract, because vanilla extract. You can always add vanilla extract in your sweets, I think. It's not on a recipe, but I just added maybe a 1/2 teaspoon. Maybe a teaspoon, probably a teaspoon. So we're going to cook that, let it get thick and bubbly. Once it becomes thick and bubbly, we add the coconut. So I'll bring you back when it starts bubbling and getting thick. Okay. You can see through the steam, it's getting very thick. Okay, I'm going to add the coconut. Turn the eye off. It smells like home. Take it off the heat. Very thick. Okay, so we got a few more minutes left on the cake, and when that comes out of the oven, I'm going to let them cool on a wiring rack, and then when we get ready to assemble it all, I'll bring you back. Okay, the cakes are out of the oven. I've got them cooling on a cooling rack. And I'm going to do something. I'm going to attempt to do this. I really wasn't going to film this part, but I thought, hey, if it turns out good, y'all need to see this. I saw it on TikTok, or I saw it on Instagram Reels. It's where you take dates, cut them, put a pecan inside, and then dip it in melted chocolate, and it's supposed to taste like a Snicker bar. Now, you know how those videos are. Sometimes yeah, sometimes no. But I've had these medjool dates, pitted medjool dates from Thrive Market for a while now. I bought them because I was going to do something with them, but I don't know what it was. But and I got some pecans. I've got some chocolate melting on the stove top and a double boiler set up. So I thought, well, let's check this out and see. Aside from the being dipped in chocolate, it would be kind of healthy. Okay, I'll bring you down here and we'll figure this out together. I don't know if you can see right there's where the cakes are cooling. Okay. Ooh, them are big old suckers. Let me check on my chocolate real quick. Looking good. Alright, so let me get my glasses on. Get my eyes on. And then you split it. I just got a little paring knife. Okay. Get a pecan. Stick it inside. It's got like these little, I don't know if you can see, like these little slots going down. But I think if you put it in those slots, it would fit perfect. Huh. I guess you gotta cut it the right way to get the slot. I'm trying not to cut all the way through. Whole one. And I'm kind of smooshing them back together.
Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until.
Okay, I got them all done. Got my chocolate ready. It is silky smooth. And I just use one of my big stainless steel bowls over a pot of boiling water. So, I'm going to make sure they're kind of sealed shut. Pop them in. I got 2 forks. I don't have any fancy utensil for dipping chocolate. And then I'm just going to sit them out here on a steel pat. Got a bunch of chocolate hoops. So I'm just dipping it into the chocolate, scooting it off the fork, and I'll continue to do this until they're all done. Okay. Got them done. They're not pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 28 of them. So once they cool down and harden up, we'll do a taste test and see what it tastes like. So I think that the cakes are cool, and we'll get to frosting those. Okay, so I've got these parchment rounds that go in the bottom of cake pans when you're baking them. And I just line some up so that I don't make a mess around the plate, and they'll be easy just to pull out. So I got my first layer down. Here's my icing. This brings back so many memories. Just smell. Isn't it funny how just a smell can trigger a memory? Just gonna do, see, mess already. These are so moist and soft. And this is a very easy, my mother called it a filling, but filling icing spread, where it's not tearing up the cake. So excited for this. Layer just goes on top up. Try to center it. I'm not a very good cake icer. I don't make pretty cakes. I say they taste good, they're just not pretty. I'm going to just load the rest of it on the top. And then start, this is why you do the parchment paper. Start going down the sides. I'm not so concerned about the sides being caked in icing because the middles have got to get.
Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away.
Okay, you ready? Got one that's hard. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. If it's good, one, and does it taste like a Snickers? So here we go. Okay. It's delicious. When I first bit into it, I was like, ooh, Snickers. But the more I chew it, no. It, okay. It kind of tastes to me like a turtle candy. Those are delicious. I'm getting turtle candy is what I'm tasting. Not so much of Snickers. Maybe just a tad bit like a Snickers, but to me it tastes like a turtle candy. That's a win. I love that. I love that so much that I'm going to put it out for guests and let them eat them so I don't eat all of them. Oh, well, I wouldn't eat all of them anyway, but oh God, those are delicious. That's a win. Okay. Thank you for being here. I really, really, really appreciate it. I think that my cake is beautiful. show it up close. I think it turned out very good. You have to keep it chilled. But Merry Christmas, guys. Like I said, I hope I get to get this up to y'all by tomorrow. If not, Happy New Year. These would be great recipes to make for New Year's. But I really appreciate, I don't have a lot of viewers, I don't have a ton of subscribers, but I truly appreciate each and every one of you that watches my video. It's fun to me. I cook all the time anyway, and I just set my camera up and film it when I think about it. But anyway, you mean the world to me for watching. I appreciate it. I'm not looking out to be a mega YouTube star by no means. I don't have time for that because I do work, and you know, I couldn't like keep up with demand on all that. But with that being said, I appreciate every one of you. If you like what you see, please subscribe. I'll keep doing what I'm doing until I start getting no views. So appreciate y'all. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.